Sounds good. Well, John, you're back from Tassie now, off to Ballarat. First things first, how did the squad pull up from the road trip? Is everybody fit and available for selection against the Jets tomorrow?
Yeah, everyone that was involved is fit and available. They pulled up well. It was a heavy week, but it was a good week. So we gave them a couple of days off, and that's mainly like not only to freshen them up physically, but also mentally. And then it's been a good rest of the week of training well and preparing for this game, because we know there's going to be another hard game against a good side that play a high tempo style of football. So we're looking forward to it and we're ready for it.
So it's a heavy week, and obviously very busy time of year. Lots of teams playing midweek games. Any rotations for your side tomorrow?
Well, at the moment I haven't decided on who the starting 11 will be, but most of them pulled up well, so I don't think we need to rotate too much. If we do change a couple of players, it'll be only one or two. And we know that it's not only our team. Newcastle had 3 games in the week as well, so they'll be in the same position as us, and I'm sure they'll be fresh. We had a pretty good week leading into this game, so everyone's ready to go.
And what does your prep for this game look like? Is the team heading to Ballarat today and they'll spend the night there? Do they head tomorrow? What's the process?
We'll head down tomorrow, so we'll meet at the hangar where we're training, and we'll have our pre-match, and then we'll get on the bus and get down there, and then I'll do my team talk down there. So I just feel more comfortable that we're going all together. Also, I know in the past they might have driven down there by themselves, but it can stress you out sometimes driving over an hour. It can, traffic, and if there's something, you're running a little bit late. So I just want the players to relax. And we've been on a bus for this season when we had to go from Coogee to Parramatta. So it's very similar in that sense.
Maybe you could organise a bus for the journos heading down so we can relax.
So you don't have to stress driving down there.
Tony, how's Jamie Young up to the bird? He's all right to go?
Yeah, he's fine. He's really good. He's up and about. He's so excited, which is normal when you have a child. So no, he's really excited. He's had plenty of rest. He's staying in a hotel, so he's getting looked after like a king. I don't know about the baby, but he is. So he's ready, and he's to be fair to him, like 3 games in a week, we had to travel to Tasmania, the stresses of not knowing whether your partner's going to go into labour, and he didn't show at all. He just focused on his game and then made sure that he performed well, which he has been, and now he can enjoy being a father.
What do you make of Newcastle this season? Play some nice football. Should be a decent game.
Yeah, they're a good side. They play quick football. They play high tempo, like I mentioned. The intensity is very high. They're always playing. Their goal kicks quick, throw-ins quick, free kicks quick. So you have to be switched on all the time. You can't afford to be asleep at any moment, because then they'll break on you. They got players going forward that are very, very fast, and they got quality. So they're a good side. They're a difficult side to play against, but we know what they're about. We played against them in the FA Cup earlier on in the season, and so looking forward to it. But we know it's going to be a tough test for us.
Johnny, we were talking about the table before. You said you've got games in hand, you've got to win those games. Are you looking at the table at the top, or what's your sort of attitude with these catch-up games and then normal games, going into like each one?
I know it sounds like a cliche, that you don't, you just take it one game at a time, but you have to really only focus, your next game, because or else if you look too far ahead and look about, if we win these catch-up games, it starts to get away from you what your main focus is, and that's first of all, your training, your preparation, the processes that go into preparing for a game, and then the game itself. So we're not looking at it too much. We know there's plenty of football to be played. We're happy with the way it's going, of course. We're happy in the position we're in, but we know that we want to keep on building and keep on improving and keep on picking up results. That's the most important thing. So, come round 25, then we'll have a look and see where we're at. But at the moment, we're just focused on a very difficult game against Newcastle, and that's all the players and what we've been talking about.
John, I mean, you've had the luxury really of having a full week to prepare for this game. I mean, not many teams have had, more than 3 days or 4 days to sort of get ready for a game. I guess how important has been just sort of having a chance to refresh after, a really hectic week?
Yeah, very important for the playing group in terms of mentally, just refreshing a little bit and preparing. We've been able to prepare pretty well, even when we have those midweek games. We able to get our tactical training session, and this week again we were able to do that, show the boys, what we're trying to do against Newcastle and how they can hurt you and how we might be able to hurt them. So it's been good in that sense, and we know that they're in the same boat, so they've had a good week as well, and they've had the same amount of preparation as what we've had. The only difference is that they have to fly down here and we're here. So looking forward to going to Ballarat. First time for me to coach the team down there. Been down there before, obviously. With Brisbane Roar, we played a friendly game against Victory down there. So looking forward to the football community getting behind us down in Ballarat, and I'm sure there'll be quite a few people at the stadium supporting us.
Are you hoping to have Tierra and Connor Payne back as well?
Very unlikely that those two will be back for this game. So we'll see today, but I'm pretty positive they'll be back for the Sydney game. This game will be touch and go, so I wouldn't want to risk if they're if it's going to mean them re-injuring themselves, because that will be pretty silly in terms of that we've got plenty of games to come and important fixtures coming up with a tight turnaround, so we want to make sure that they're ready to go.
Did they come straight back in, John, or is maybe Dylan giving you something to think about when Connor's available for selection as well?
It's very hard to say, because you don't know, if it's next week against Sydney, who's available, who's not available, are they looking good in training, are they ready to play from the start, so I won't comment yet, because it could turn around and change my mind. So that happens when you're a coach. You've got something in mind, and then the come day of the game that you might look at changing it because of the circumstances have changed. So you try not to promise anyone that they're going to be playing, because you can never do that, and make sure that everyone's prepared to play.
Are there any questions from Matt or Kyle?
Yeah, John, I'm just one of the reporters that paid me here in Ballarat. What's sort of the feeling about making the trip out here this weekend?
Yeah, and excited, because it's we know that this is, and we knew that this was going to be up and coming in terms of we have to go to different destinations to play. We're used to it. The boys have embraced it so far, and then they're looking forward to coming to Ballarat and playing, because we're still growing as a club, and we need all the support we can get and growing the club, and this is part of our journey. So the boys, and not only the boys, the whole club is looking forward to playing down in Ballarat, and we've got a couple of games there, so hopefully we can put on a good performance and get the result that everyone wants.